want to talk to you today about converting from a Chapter 13 bankruptcy to a Chapter 7. Now, usually if you're in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, it's because you were either above the means test at the time of filing your bankruptcy, which is meaning you made too much money, you couldn't do a Chapter 7. You're behind on a house or a car, owed a bunch on taxes or student loans, or if you had a bunch of non-exempt equity, meaning we couldn't exempt all of your property. Those are really the 6 main reasons most people file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, and you probably fit within one of those 6 reasons. There's a few exceptions to that. But now something has happened. You've had a reduction in income, you've lost a job, life has changed in some way, and you're now wanting to explore other options other than the Chapter 13, that repayment plan. If you want to convert from a Chapter 13 bankruptcy over to a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, there's a few important things that you need to be aware of. 1, it's a process to do that. It's not something where we can just snap our fingers and then boom, you're converted all of a sudden. Right? We have to get information from you to make sure that if we file this conversion, that it has a chance of success. That not just a chance, but a good chance of success. So if you want to convert from a Chapter 13 to a Chapter 7, then you need to provide us with several important pieces of information. We need to get the last 60 days of income. So if you're employed by an employer, you're earning wages, then that would be your pay stubs. If you're self-employed, then we need to get the last 60 days of a profit and loss statement showing your income and expenses each month for the last 60 days. We need to get your last filed tax return. We need you to fill out what's called a Schedule J, or within your budget. It's your expense section to show us the changes in your circumstances. Why do you have these new expenses? And we've put that list of different documents that we need together on this page. And so you can go down there and click on the hyperlink and it'll pull up that Schedule J, that expense section for you. You can print it off, fill it out, and provide that to our office. So those are the documents that we need. You also need to understand that if you convert, that you have to be aware that if you're behind on a mortgage payment, so in other words, the number 2 reason people file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy is they're past due on their mortgage. If you filed a Chapter 13 because you're past due on your mortgage, and you then now convert to a Chapter 7, and you're not current on that mortgage yet, or you haven't worked something out with the mortgage company, there's a fairly decent chance that that mortgage company could try to foreclose on your house. Or if you're past due on a car and you're not current on the car, or while you're within the Chapter 13, we're making less than the regular monthly car payment because we've stretched it out usually over a 5-year period, and then you convert, then you're likely going to be past due on your car. You need to make sure that any secured creditors that you've got, mortgage company, car finance company, furniture, things like that, if you're wanting to keep those things after you convert over to a Chapter 7, you need to have an agreement worked out with them that they're going to allow you to get caught up or make payments on those things once you've converted over. So get us the documents, understand you need to be current, and then we also need to make sure that you don't have a lot of non-exempt equity, that we couldn't protect all the property you had, and that's one of the main reasons. That's reason number 6, somebody would file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, because if you now convert over to a Chapter 7, that Chapter 7 trustee is going to want to take that stuff from you. So we need to make sure that we can protect your house and cars. We need to make sure that we can protect your valuable, important property. We need to make sure that your income's not too high that they then push you right back into Chapter 13. So there are several things that need to be done. If you want to convert from a Chapter 13 to a Chapter 7, you need to be aware that it's a process. It's going to take probably up to a month to do that. But communicate with our offices if that is something that you feel like you need to have done. But don't go into it with your eyes closed thinking, I'm just going to go through there and there's not going to be any problems or issues, or it's just simple and easy to do. There are things that need to be done to make that happen. And of course, as is always important, there are costs associated with doing that conversion as well. The costs are going to depend upon how far along you are in your Chapter 13 bankruptcy. But if you contact our office, let us know, get us the documents that are listed on this page, then we will run an analysis. They'll communicate with either myself or Terry if he's your attorney, and we'll run through it and be able to tell you exactly what those conversion costs would be. If you have questions, as always, don't hesitate to let us know, but we look forward to hearing from you soon. And if you are going to convert from a 13 to 7, we look forward to working with you through that process.